Hi guys! Long time no YouTube video. I can't believe it. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about books. Yes. So I've heard a number of people say that African literature, Nigerian literature is very heavy. You know, if we're not talking about being a woman and the struggle and the hustle, we're talking about being a man, fighting war, providing for the family. Like, it's just so much struggle. How about love? How about easy to read books? So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 books that I've recently read by Nigerian or African authors that are about love. They're easy to read. There's no tragic ending. They're all happy ending. Like, books that you can just read and finish in a couple of days if you're a fast reader, but like maybe a week or 2 if you take your time to read. So without yapping anymore, let's go into the books. Can you tell that I'm very excited? You see, when you take time and then you just come back, there's this excitement that I can't really explain. Actually, also, I now rent my books. Like, I've opened my library to you if you're in Lagos to rent. So if you want to rent any of my books, the ones I'll be mentioning here today, or even any of the books that I've mentioned in the past, guess what? You can now rent them. I'm going to put the link in this video, but also in the description. So make sure to check it out if you're interested in books. And the fee, very tiny, very tiny. Like, if you know how much books cost, when you see the amount that I've put these books up for rent, you would say, wow, Jessica, thank you. And you're welcome. You're really welcome. Okay. All right. Let's not yap so much. The first book is Love in Color. This book is by Bolu Babalola. She is a Nigerian author, and this is a compilation of short stories about love. A couple of pages. You can finish this in a couple of days, like I said. Everybody here has like sweet, cute love story, either as a modern love or a traditional love, but just people loving themselves, fighting for love, and being all emotional and cushy. I can't lie, I wanted some of the stories in this book to actually be longer because short stories, I like plots to be thickened. I hope that at some point Bolu will probably expand on some of the stories in these books because they are really good stories, and I want to know what happened to a couple of them, if not all of them. So if you're into short stories about love, this one is a book that you should check out. Definitely check out. Second book is Roommate by Olatundu. Now this one is the first book of a 3-part book. Yeah, so this is the first one, Roommate, and I've only read this one for now, and I really enjoyed reading this. Now this tells the story of a young lady who leaves her fiance. Like, she's been dating this man for a couple of years, and then one day she wakes up and says, I don't want this anymore. I want to see what's out there. I want to explore. I'm tired of this routine. And then she leaves without telling her fiance. She drops her ring and she moves in with a roommate. And this roommate, very unexpectedly, is a boy, and he's a playboy, like that type of boy who likes to be with every girl out there. And so you see this babe who is very calm, doesn't have that much experience, moving in to live with a playboy. The plot thickens. So how does that go? You find out when you read this book. It's very intriguing, very intriguing. I've read the first book. I intend to pick up the other 2. So you should also pick this up and read it. It's a love story, happy ending, nobody dies, everybody just lives a very happy life. So pick it up. Next book is The Bishop's Prodigal Daughter by Timendu Agahua. Forgive me, but this is The Bishop's Prodigal Daughter. This is another book that's very easy to read, very light, just like the name actually says. It talks about the same story of the prodigal son in the Bible, but this time around, it's a prodigal daughter. So her mother is a bishop, and then this young girl leaves her hometown. She goes to Lagos, builds a career for herself, but a life that is very different from what a pastor's child or a bishop's child should be. And then after some years, she comes back home. And then when she comes back home, she unexpectedly finds love. Interesting, right? Again, I think that this is a book that you should definitely pick up. I enjoyed reading it. I like that, again, it's very simple. I think that every book I'm sharing with you right now, they're very easy to read. No deep thinking, no oh why. Like, everybody's just happy with the ending. So I'm also very happy with the ending. The words are easy, the plot is simple, just easy. Because sometimes all you need is actually a simple read. And this is December. We all want light and easy as we celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. This one here is Sweet Heat, again by Bolu Babalola. After reading Love in Colors and loving it so much, I saw this one. This is her latest release, and I knew that I wanted to read it. So this is Sweet Heat. Now this one tells the story of two people. They had been together for a couple of years, but life happens and then they separate, and then life happens again and they come back together. Are they able to process it? Are they able to go back, or do they just have a fling? Are they able to move forward? Did love die, or does love die? Because after 8 years of being together and then going your separate ways for another 2-3 years, are you able to come back and still continue that love, or do you just become enemies? When you read this book, you find out. Again, this is another very modern story. They're both couples, or they're both individuals who are building their careers, and you know, as you continue going in this world, you realize that love just get as it be, you know, love just get as it be sometimes, you know. But yeah, I loved reading it. I enjoyed it. I think that you also enjoy it. There are a couple of very spicy in this book, so if that's something that you don't mind, get into it. If that's something that you might want to skip those pages, or maybe not read it at all, but it's very spicy. I think that goes with the name Sweet Heat. So yeah, check this out if you're into that. Another book that I don't have with me here, but I think that it's a beautiful one to talk about, is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Oh my god, I really loved reading that book. Now that one is also a love story, and it tells us the story of two teenagers who fell in love as teenagers, and then life happens, they go their separate ways, and then they find their way back to each other again. Is love strong enough for them to come back together and make it work? Or do they find each other and then just forget about it? Because, you know, how deep is teenage love? Well, in this book, you find out. Actually, that was probably my favorite love story of the year. And this one also had a lot of spicy in it. I would say even more spicy, in my opinion, than Sweet Heat, because the spicy there was very straightforward, so you can vision it very quickly. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, I'm not the one that wrote it. I just read it and I'm telling you what I read. But I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed the development of both characters, and it was beautiful. And it's another book that you can read in a couple of days, weeks at most, but you definitely love reading it. So that's it for this video. I hope that you've enjoyed what? Listening or enjoyed hearing me yap about books that I've been reading lately, as much as I have enjoyed yapping with you. And until next time, I'm Jessica. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget that if you'd like to borrow or rent any of these books, the link to do so would be in the description and also on this video. Okay, all right, bye.